In a quiet suburb of Arizona, what seemed like an ordinary afternoon turned into a tragedy that would shock the entire community. Brandon Gregory, 38, is currently in custody after being accused of brutally killing his estranged wife, Allison Gregory, with a baseball bat during a heated argument at their home, just as they were finalizing their divorce. According to Arizona police, the confrontation escalated quickly when the two met to settle legal matters related to their separation, division of property, custody of their children, the final paperwork. But instead of a civil resolution, things spiraled into violence. In a sudden outburst of rage, Brandon allegedly struck Allison repeatedly with a baseball bat. The blows were fatal. Authorities believe she died almost instantly, with no time to cry for help or escape. What makes this case even more disturbing is what Brandon did next. Rather than call the police or turn himself in, Brandon loaded Allison's lifeless body into her own SUV. Then he drove over 100 miles across Arizona, passing through towns and highways until he reached a remote campsite tucked away in the northern wilderness. That's where police eventually found him. Investigators were able to track him down using GPS data from Allison's phone and traffic camera footage. When officers arrived at the campsite, they discovered a grim scene. Brandon sitting silently near the vehicle, and Allison's body concealed under a tarp in the back of the SUV. He didn't resist arrest. In fact, during interrogation, he confessed. Neighbors described the couple as once loving, but said their relationship had clearly deteriorated over the past 2 years. Police had even responded to several domestic disturbance calls at their home. Friends and family of Allison say she had been trying to rebuild her life and was finally ready to move forward without fear. She was just weeks away from a new life. Allison's mother
forever. I hope you never, ever, ever
said through tears at a press conference. Now, Brandon Gregory is being held without bail at Maricopa County Jail. He faces multiple charges, including first-degree murder, abuse of a corpse, and obstruction of justice. Prosecutors have stated they will pursue the maximum penalty allowed by law, life in prison without parole, or possibly the death penalty. This tragedy is not just a personal loss. It's a stark reminder of the dangers of domestic violence. Behind closed doors, pain and fear can grow until they erupt in irreversible way. Allison Gregory's story is now a sobering symbol of that reality, a woman who sought peace only to be met with brutality. As the case heads to trial, the world watches. Justice must be served, not just for Allison, but for every silent victim living in fear.